In today's video, we are going to be breaking down Jimmy Butler and the things that he does extremely well in the game of basketball and for the Golden State Warriors that you can do this as well. His basketball IQ is absolutely massive, and the things that he brings to the table for the Warriors is huge. So if you want to grow your basketball IQ, make sure to go check out the shooting guard blueprint that is down in the description below. So one of the things that makes Jimmy Butler so special is his ability to be able to read, help, and gap defenders. How his own main defender is playing him, and of course, his desire to either score or get an assist. He is actually a very, very smart player when it comes to passing, and I'm going to show you that right here. So right here, he's sizing up his man. He's acting as if he is about to go one-on-one against his defender. However, if we actually look at what's happening on the court, he has a teammate who is currently curling around in that post, and everyone has essentially split into almost like a four-corner style offense, except the top guys are generally much higher in the four-corner. But they are pretty much spread out so that if Jimmy Butler wanted to take his man down middle, he could have. However, he was able to see that there was defenders who were laying off their guy, sagging into the paint, into help defense, so that he was going to be unable to finish at the rim. When he seen that, he passed to his teammate right here for the wide open three-point shot. If you are one of those players who is allowed to go 1v1 in games, these are the things that you need to be able to watch out for. If you find that they are trying to stack the paint or stack in a way that you are going to be unable to score at the rim, and you are, let's say, a slasher trying to get to the rim, one of the easiest ways to continue to help your team win is just by simply passing to just a completely wide open man, so that they can have their wide open shot. And then it keeps the defense honest, clears them out of the key so that later on you can attack the paint. So there's a lot of things that Jimmy Butler does really well in this clip. It shows that he's got really high basketball IQ, which is the reason why he is able to make the NBA and have a very successful career. So first off, he attacks the paint and lands on 2 feet. This gives him options. He's going to either be able to score at the rim, or he's going to be able to pass the ball out to the perimeter. Because as you can see, he has collected all 5 defenders into the key to be able to stop him from scoring in the key. This gives a lot of options when it comes to passing. Here he's able to kick that ball out to his teammate who is on the 45, but then his teammate attacks the rim once again. Jimmy Butler doesn't just randomly clear out. He actually clears out to the left of the driving defender. This is because this defender was driving to Jimmy's right side, which means that he is going to be unable to clear out to that right side. If he was to clear out to his reverse or to the opposite corner, while he would be clearing out the paint, he would not be in the same situation to be able to score. So he clears out to his left side, which then gets him out to the three-point line. His man stayed in the key so that he was going to be able to stop the drive, which then allowed his teammate to kick the ball out to the point, which then allowed Jimmy Butler to still be completely wide open for the extra pass, so that he was able to either shoot the 3, but in this case, he was able to make contact and then make that layup, or floater, whatever you want to call it. So having patience is key. While this is a play, this is something that is baked into their offense. This is not something that just randomly happened, but he was able to have patience right here for Curry to be able to fake that back screen and then cut back for that wide open layup. When you have teammates who are able to cut back door when other defenders are trying to overplay them, you have to be specifically patient with them, because it could allow them to be wide open for a layup, which then gets you the assist. So right here, he's kind of in that mid-post area, maybe 10, 15 feet. He's squared up to his man, and now he's on the attack. What I mean by that is he is facing the basket. He doesn't have his back to the basket, which would have allowed potential Lakers players to dig in on him, he has the ability to front his man, which then allows him to be able to take one dribble to that left side. He then hops and lands on 2 feet. This gives him more balance, and then he's able to go up for his jump shot. He does kick that right foot out just a bit. While kicking the right foot out will allow you to have your right arm, or at least your shooting arm, in line. This also gives just a little bit more space between yourself and the defender, and that little bit of space can allow you to get that shot off more cleanly. If you can use backboard as well, as Jimmy does here, it's even better. So always practice being able to use that backboard. Here he takes that quick spin, and then he's able to go up for that baby hook, and when he does, he's using that backboard. It does go in, and being able to use that backboard, trying to aim, if we can zoom in just a bit, roughly this area of that backboard, that should be almost a guaranteed basket. Now, if you can aim between the top corner of that square to the top corner of the backboard, and you're within a few inches of that space, depending on the angle and, of course, how much power you put into your shot when it hits that backboard, then it should have a high possibility of going in. Now, if we watch Jimmy here going up against what looks to be Luka Doncic, it's kind of a blurry video right here when we're zooming in this far, definitely is Luka. Look at how low Jimmy is able to get his shoulder. His shoulder is at the waistline of Luka Doncic. This allows him to have the leverage to be able to get around, and while he does use his off arm just slightly, this allows him to be able to get that angle to the rim. There is nobody in help defense, and this allows him to be able to go up for that layup. While it was contested eventually, that was basically a wide open layup. Anyways, if you want higher basketball IQ like Jimmy Butler, you have to be able to check out the shooting guard blueprint that is down in the description below. It's going to give you 8 weeks of workouts and training, but it's also going to give you a lot of reads and situational awareness that you need as a guard in general. Anyways, hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys again in my next video.